NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. To Durant. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Irving. Clippers have got it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
DeAndre Jordan pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Durant across the timeline. Down by one. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Leonard to George. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
KD with the rock. Clippers have it. Leonard to Paul George. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. To Beverly. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving with the basketball. Down 6. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard to George. Nothing going here on that drive. George knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Got it. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Second violation. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Clippers have the basketball. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort. On getting around those screens.
4-2.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard just not going down. Durant with the basketball up top. 5-point game. With a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
With a drop step. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Irving to Jordan. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Leonard. Had a chance, but it's no good. Kyrie with the rock. He's going. The free throw line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Taurean Prince at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Leonard. Fires the 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul George, 4-2, off the mark. Well contested.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Now that's a contest. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 5. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 4. Good start.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
DeAndre Jordan with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening. That's it for the first quarter. The Clippers are out in front. One quarter down. One way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Irving, and they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Team
Irving to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Kawhi Leonard, now 4 for 9. Cashes in for 2. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Williams into the front court. Down a point to Beverly. Williams. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Time for the bench to step up. Kenny Atkinson knows it, making some moves. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Off the mark at the line. To Irving. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Kevin Durant sends it away. George knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Got it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
hammers it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Leonard, it's good for three.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Kevin Durant, 4 out of 7.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. George, textbook defense. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Williams. To Leonard. To Beverly. Leonard. Man, that was a tough shot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And a throwdown.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Straight on 3, at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers have the lead. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Leonard, smothering D.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
A pass stolen by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Clippers have got it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Leonard. Count the basket at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Even to Zubac. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Brooklyn's got it.
That's me. You're on the island now.
To Durant.
Screen, I got your help.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
To Beverly. George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. To Leonard. Kyrie Irving swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. To Leonard. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Durant. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Kawhi Leonard against KD. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. New blood coming in for both sides. The Nets have the basketball. Durant fires the three, and he buries it.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant matched up with Paul George. For 3, not getting the bounce. Beverly into the front court. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Nothing going here on that drive. And counted at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Durant to Irving. The monster stuff. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Almost unlucky bounce. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the 3rd quarter. It's been all Clippers so far. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Durant. Clippers have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Paul George has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second. Dinwiddie into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And gets both to drop at the line. George to Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
The follow won't go either. Straight on look. Durant. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Runner here won't go down. Great feed. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Beverly. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Clippers have the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Stuffs it down with authority. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Joe Harris. Subbing in for the Los Angeles
George.
number 23.
Can't go down. Smothering defense. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys currently down by 13. Tough make through traffic. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Nothing going here on that drive. DeAndre Jordan with the block. 4th this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Paul George, down low to Williams. Whoa, Williams! Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
The screen sets him up for 2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. That's going to be their second of the final 3 minutes. No more the rest of the way.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 7, Kevin
George.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
To Beverly. Popped out. Swings it to Leonard.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Beverly. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Gets to the basket and scores.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Free throw good. He's able to polish off the three-point play. Paul George down low for Leonard. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Durant, tough matchup against George. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
Kevin Durant, that's his first personal.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 66% in this contest. Knocks down the first. Hits the second. One more coming. And he hits all 3 free throws. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.